Rice ready to kick it off and get this game started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Tight end now in motion. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough.
Let's go. Right. Single, single.
And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
And the incompletion brings up a second down for this offense. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line? To run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
The offense changing the play. Sends it back in motion. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's fourth down. Northern Illinois will line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Hauls it in, looking for space. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Looking for a man. It's Jenkins. Oh, they're after him. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Takes a handoff. It's Atkins. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And he's tackled at the 41. Third down coming.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on third and long from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. Grab near the sticks. It's Barnett. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
Gain of 20. First down for the offense.
Rice going to work with another 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Jet sweep, trying to get the edge. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And it's almost as if the defense knew that jet sweep was coming. Great job getting penetration at the point of attack, and they were in the backfield, nowhere for the receiver to go.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. Got a man. It's Atkins. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Second down pass.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
And the Owls are rolling down the field.
Single. Move
Gets the back moving. To the air, it's Jenkins. A shot toward the end zone. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all.
Throws toward the end zone. Snags it. And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2. We all love the quarterbacks with the big arms and the big throws, but getting that protection set properly is so huge.
And I think the quarterback just had so much confidence that he was going to be picked up. He didn't freak out. He was so poised, knowing that those big fellas up front, they had it all taken care of.
And they just tried to slam it in from the doorstep, but they went nowhere, and it'll be marked down at the 1.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? He'll do it himself on the draw. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
No gain on the play. It's now 3rd and goal.
They want to flex their muscle. 3 tight ends on the field on 3rd and goal. He'll keep it on the sneak. Scores on the sneak.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
How about this? A 2-point conversion coming. Looking downfield, it's Jenkins. He's got it.
Execution, not easy to throw down here, but the quarterback made a good read, accurate throw, and they come away with 2 points.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Rodgers. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Quickly out to the tight end. Still running at the 40. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Power football with the run. Showed off just about every move in the book, except the forward move. Stopped for a short gain.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. With the catch, it's Taylor. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. You're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Northern Illinois back to work after picking up the first down.
Set, ready.
Motion from the wide receiver. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down.
Here we go.
Wants to go up top. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Makes the catch. It's Givens. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
Ball spotted at the 27. It's 1st and 10.
Ready, team.
They'll move the wide receiver. Going up top again. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
They'll move the tight end. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. He'll pull it down and run. He'll go out of bounds right at the 23-yard line.
That is what I'm talking about. Every defensive players want those opportunities. Quarterbacks slide so much. When you can get a big hit on them, that's exactly what you want to do. Make him feel that now so it hurts later in the game.
On 3rd down, going up top. Complete. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch.
3rd down, understanding exactly where the sticks are. You know, you got to stop certain routes so they don't get to certain depths. Quarterback completes him, gets another first down. Got to be a little bit more mindful of where those sticks are.
The Huskies are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Northern Illinois. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
2-point conversion attempt is on the way. Kings it complete to the right. He's into the end zone. 2-point conversion is good, and we've got a tie game. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Finally stopped after a solid return out to the 32.
Offense will take over. 1st and 10.
First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. Looking for a gap. It's Atkins. There he goes. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
Looking to throw, it's Jenkins. With the catch, it's Cole. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period.
Second down coming up. That's the end of the first quarter, with the score tied 8-8.
So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Second down, he'll throw it. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Past the 10. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Northern Illinois.
And we're going to talk about the guy who caught that and returned it for the touchdown. But how about the pressure on the quarterback? You've got to get ways to be physical with him and make him uncomfortable. Nice job hitting him as he's throwing with the football. And then, obviously, the interception and 6 points.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. On the run from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. They'll run it. Powers through the defender. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Jenkins. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
The feel of this whole drive changed on that last big play. They've got it 1st and 10 outside the 30. He's taking the shot. He caught it. Goes out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they'll be set up and in great position here.
Well, this quarterback has found a really nice rhythm here on this drive. He just looks dialed in. He's doing a great job in the snap, seeing the safety rotation, and that time saw the one-on-one matchup to take a shot, and he hit it. He's in a really, really nice groove right now.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. The Owls trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. QB draw. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Rice.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
And the kick is good, but there's a penalty flag, and I think it's going to be roughing the kicker. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. They'll pull in the squib kick inside the 15. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23.
Will take over. First and 10.
Let's go. Right. Get set. Break.
The give on the inside. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up, you can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Got out of trouble and throws. The short hands, it's Taylor. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
They'll try the run. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
And the Huskies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. The toss sweep to the right. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
I think the toss does a really good job of getting the football on the edge quickly. You know, you toss it out there to the running back, you better block the defensive end. That's priority number 1. Good job blocking the defensive end, getting a nice positive game on the toss play.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Grab near the marker, it's Johnson. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
Great job by the running back here on that 3rd down catch. There was no wasted movement. As soon as he got the ball in his hands, he turned around and he got upfield. That's what you got to do. You got to be decisive on these 3rd down type plays to move the sticks.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. He's got him wide open. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
From the red zone, it's Johnson. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Going to the running game. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
I think one of the keys to this defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They are a top 10 unit when it comes to rushing defense, and it's helped them out this year down in the red zone.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can pick up the first without scoring. They'll try to run for it. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down. Northern Illinois right back to the line. Off play action. He'll throw it. He makes a grab. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1. That might seem like a risky call to go for it on 4th down there, but you can't just hand the defense a win in that spot, David.
No, and when you go back and you look at games, a lot of times those field goals get you beat. And this offense is like, forget that, we're going to be aggressive. And because they got it, it was a great call.
The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout.
And this defense has given up some yards, getting all the way down here to 1st and goal, but great job on 1st and goal. Getting the tackle for a loss and not guaranteeing a pass, but putting this offense in a more difficult situation. And
he's going for the goal line. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense, man. Late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Thompson. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. To throw, it's Jenkins. Looking for a huge play. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, and the QB tried to use some touch, let that thing hang up in the air. But when you hang it up over the middle of the field, the defenders have a lot of time to go and try to get it and make a play. A lot of guys near the football. Nice job by the defense being in great position.
And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
And that was another ball thrown in harm's way. And this young man, he already has 1 interception. That was almost a second. Just playing a little bit loose with the football. Let's make sure we get that dialed in. We can't make those mistakes. Hard to win games when you make big mistakes.
Wide receiver going in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27. It's a 1st down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Rice going to work with another 1st and 10. Gonna look downfield again. Gonna throw it over the top of the D. He's got it at the 20. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Firing to the right, complete. Lowers those pads. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the 1st half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
And he takes it in for the score. Who gives a hoot? The Owls do. It's a touchdown.
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the 1st half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hand.
That keeps the score.
I don't know what this says about trusting your defense, but they're going for an early onside kick down 1 possession. And the kicking team's going to call a timeout. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. Fielded in the end zone, it's Rodgers. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. To the air on first down. Flips it out on the screen. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? 2nd down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Wants to go up top on first down. Scrambling away. Rolling, throwing, looking right. Picked off. What a play by this defense. He'll go out of bounds, but just what they needed to get the ball back.
And I think this offensive coordinator is going to be frustrated with his quarterback. You got the lead. You want to get more points. You want to be aggressive, but you cannot put the ball in harm's way near midfield. Now you've given the defense a chance to now go score points and maybe take the lead in this football game.
Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Rice. They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
And that's a great job by this offense. That's how you work the clock. You want to take as much as you can and punch that ball in the end zone. Masterful clock management, and they now take the lead going into the half.
And you just got to wonder, too, David, how does that affect the confidence of the defense, right? They needed to find some way, somehow, to get a stop, limit the damage on that final drive. They give up a touchdown. They're going into halftime now, trailing. They've got to raise their level of play in the second half.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Wants to throw on first down. He tries to take the top off. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Northern Illinois will kick it away to start the second half. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. They'll send the back in motion. Keeping it on the ground to open the second half. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Wants to throw. It's Jenkins. Fires to the right. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, there was something the quarterback liked in the pre-snap there, thinking his primary target was going to have a favorable matchup, but the defense did a nice job disguising that look. They got more bodies over to him and forced the incompletion.
Now backed up in their own end, it's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
And talk about being an impact player for his defense. That's now his second interception in this game. Time and time again, when they've thrown his direction, he's come up with a big play. And in a tight game like this, those 2 interceptions, that is massive for this defense.
Northern Illinois will line up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Man, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Off the play fake. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And with a hallelujah land. Touchdown, Huskies.
How about that drive they just put together to tie this football game up? That is exactly what we talked about in the half. Like, coaches circled them up. First drive, set the tone, tie this ball game up. That is great execution out of halftime.
Yeah, David, it looked like they really had a good plan, too. Obviously made some adjustments there at halftime, things that they would come out and try to attack this defense with, and it looks like they found something here, and that is a perfect way to start the second half. Now an opportunity here to take the lead.
Coming out with it, it's Thompson. He stopped at the 23, a couple of yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Dropping back, it's Jenkins. Going for the big play. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on 1st down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Got it set up on the outside. Oh, he's got some space. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out and in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
And a nice job by the running back finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
And the Owls come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to run for it. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the 1st down.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Motion from the wideout. Jet sweep to the receiver. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down?
You see more and more of this in college football. They handed off the jet sweep on short yardage. This time the defense was not fooled at all. They were locked in. Get the receiver to the ground. No first down for you.
Buying some time. He's going to take off.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Wants to go up top. Finds his man, it's Taylor. Turning it on! Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
I love the QB here. He holds it, he holds it, he holds it just long enough to let the receiver run the drag route. Then he puts it out in front of him so he can catch it on the run in stride and then turn upfield to use his speed.
Might be changing the route. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly complete. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Picked up some yardage with that completion, now second down. Running back searching for a hole. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now it's tough sledding on the ground.
Third and short from the 28. Let's see if this is four-down territory or if they just pick up the first here. Wide receiver comes in motion. From the gun on third down. Fires deep toward the end zone. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
Well, you haven't seen a ton of incompletions in this game, and that's good news for this QB. Obviously, he struggled his last game out. Part of that was the defense. Part of that was him not playing as well as he wanted to. But in this game, he really has been, for the most part, locked in, and that is a good sign for this offense.
On fourth down, trying to find his man. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
Well, it's a heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that fourth down. But they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for it.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Northern Illinois.
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
And they kick it through for the extra point, and they have an 8-point lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Thompson. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Dropping back, it's Jenkins. The sweet feet buy a little time. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
And those are tough passes. When you start throwing those balls towards the sidelines, it's a longer throw for the quarterback to make. And I think that's when you see the majority of the misses for guys, the majority of the overthrows and a little bit of inaccuracy start to show itself.
They'll run the screen. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective. Rice rushes to the line. No matter how many times they tell you to look for it, it is tough to defend a perfectly executed screen.
Yeah, because I'm trying to go get the quarterback, and everything looks like pass, but when you see it, when you see that screen, you got to retrace your steps, get back in the play. Nice job by the offense, but the defense just has to recognize that a little bit sooner.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
So now it's 2nd and long. The give to the single back. And it'll be a pickup of 9. They're facing a 3rd and 1. The Owls are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. And he needed 1 yard, and he didn't get it. The defense won the battle up front.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
And the offense with no intention to draw the defense off sides. They want to run on 4th down. Direct snap. They're able to make the stop, but he is beyond the line to gain. It's 1st down Rice.
And these are the plays you know exactly what you're going to get up front. The offensive line does a great job blocking. Just create a little bit of a hole, pound through that hole. That running back, they can't tiptoe, they can't dance. Run north-south and get that 1st down. Nice job.
On the move to the right and looking for a big one. He'll fire back across his body, and it's intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Coming out of the tunnel in the 3rd quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the 3rd quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the 1st half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Might be looking to run. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
And those outside linebackers nowadays, they're so fast. They got to cover ground, but you can blitz them off the edge, and they can get after quarterbacks. Versatile. That's why they're getting drafted so high in the NFL and getting paid all that money.
And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Looking to pass. It's Jenkins. Going to take a shot at this DB. Pulls it in on the left. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+.
What a throw on first down in the first play of the drive. And I think sometimes quarterbacks are given an alert on a specific play. And what that means is maybe the ball was supposed to go to somebody else. But in pre-snap, if the quarterback sees a matchup he likes, he's given the green light to take the shot. And I think that's exactly what happened on that play.
And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. But the longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
Fires to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
They were really starting to put a drive together, but after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. Get it out on the screen. Can't get him to the ground. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Invite that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch, make the run, get the first down.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down.
Here we go.
The receiver on the jet sweep. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
Well, this defense knew coming into the game they were going to see some of these jet sweeps, and they were ready that time. Great job communicating before the snap. Everybody had their eyes in the right place, and they're able to tackle the receiver for a loss.
From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that first down. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Almost had the completion, just missed it. And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. They're working that left side. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Dumps it to the back. He caught it. They will score. Touchdown, Owls.
Offense slips the running back out of the backfield. Nobody decides to cover him. My man makes the play. Shows off the hands first. Got to make the catch first. Does the rest. Walks in the end zone for the touchdown.
Now they'll try to tie it up with the 2 late. Motion from the back. Back to throw. It's Jenkins. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive.
2-point plays, the windows are very small to throw into. That time, he just tried to force it into a tiny window. It ended up being picked, and the offense comes away with no points.
A few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. Northern Illinois takes over as the offense heads to the field. They still have the lead here, Jesse, but this would be a good time to put together a... It's a seam wide open! You want to talk about running behind your pads as he plows his way to the 35.
Late in football games, I have a plan. I want to run the football. I want to put my quarterback in great situations if I do throw it. Low risk, keep that clock moving, get a few first downs. And if I get a few first downs with that clock moving, I get the W and get out of here.
The Huskies can really attack on this 2nd and short. Back to pass. Gets it out fast. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
I just continue to be impressed watching this guy play. Good decision-making, very accurate. He's obviously got a lot of talent surrounding him, so no surprise that last completion. He's now over 3,000 yards on the year.
Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24. First down. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
I know you took a loss on first down there trying to run the football, but you've got the lead, and you've got to continue to run the football. And this is a big challenge now for your offensive line. Those guys up front, you've got to find a way against the defense that knows you're going to do it.
Takes the easy throw in the flat. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
And the Huskies really need to keep this drive alive on third down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Huskies. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Man, and he's hurt because defensively you got him right where you want him. You got him backed up. Got to make him make a play, but you want to make him throw. He doesn't throw because he can do that. Look at him scramble around, make something out of nothing, and run it in for the score.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Man, it just means more in the SEC, and take a look at how things are playing out here. UConn looks like a bunch of world beaters right now. I'm not sure I've seen this offense look this crisp since the days of Dan Orlovsky. They're up by 35 over UNLV. We'll keep an eye on things until the final horn in a game that could shake things up a bit in the SEC.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Back to pass, it's Jenkins. Steps away to find some room. On the run, deep down the right side. Couldn't hang on to that one. This defense has already picked off 3 passes, almost had the 4th. It'll be second down.
Now, I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. He's going to let it go. Makes a grab right down the middle. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. They absolutely had to have that 3rd down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get to 3rd down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
Rice going to work with another 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
You know, I feel for this offense, if they're going to get back in the game, I don't know if they're going to be able to do it with chunk plays. They're going to have to be methodical and generate some 1st downs and march down the field.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. He's got it. He got a foot down along that left sideline. You know what it takes to make a throw like that. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. The corners are walked up tight. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. Motion from the wide receiver. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Oh, look out. The ball's free. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And this really puts you out of reach. I mean, it was already a tall order, and you had to be aggressive in this situation. But now, with this turnover, this one's all but over.
They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Bought a little time, lets it go. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
One of the things I love about this kid is that he goes to work. He struggled his last game out, completed less than 50% of his throws. So back to the drawing board, back to fundamentals, and you can see that paying dividends in this game. I know he just threw an incompletion, but for the most part, this guy has been spot on.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. He's got an open man. And that's where they'll mark him, but a chunk play and they pick up a first down. New set of downs after the completion. They'll give it to Johnson. Fights off the defender. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He might want another play. Toss to the outside. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. They'll run play action. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Punt is in the air on 4th down. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. Ball security going to be paramount this time, Jeff. He's going for the big play. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And the defense is playing with a sense of urgency right now. Obviously, they're playing with the lead. They know this offense needs to find a way to generate points, expecting a shot on that last play. So nice job in coverage.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. He's not afraid to go deep. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. And they'll take a knee. Plenty of fireworks in this one. A lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
It's amazing how much offense has just boomed in college football. So good. So many ways to hurt you. And you saw both of these offenses put on a show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be a tough task ahead of them. So much speed.